consider this. Am I responsible? I constantly feel guilty. In fact, guilt should be written on my forehead. I didn't ask for this, but it seems I am stuck living in it. Day in, day out, the cycle continues with no end in sight. You see, I was born parentified. That's just another word for I was raised to be responsible for another human. See, my older brother Marcus, he was diagnosed with a cognitive developmental disability when he was born. And so growing up, people would constantly tease him and make fun of him and call him retarded. I probably would have found it funny too if I wasn't related to him. But it wasn't funny to me. Marcus was my brother, my flesh and blood. He was my everything. Other than my parents, Marcus was the only one who was special in my life. He is caring, he is loving, he is kind, gentle, but just greatly misunderstood. Marcus can talk, he can eat, he can walk, he can do just about everything like you and I. The only difference is he has a hard time understanding the logic behind simple tasks. For example, Marcus did not learn how to tie his shoelaces until he was a teenager. His classes were very difficult for him. Making friends and being social did not come easy for him. But other than that, the only difference between Marcus and the average guy was his limited cognitive ability. But he was my best friend. I told him everything without feeling judged. Isn't it funny how the one person who never judged or condemned anyone was constantly being judged and condemned? I remember one day he came into my room and he asked me, he said, "Why am I so different from you and everyone else?" And I was speechless. I was so drained from fighting his battles that I had no response. I couldn't soothe him. I couldn't soothe his pain away. Going to college was one of the most difficult decisions I ever had to make. For the first time I would be apart, I would no longer be available to fight his battles. But as time went on, the distance made it easier. I made new friends, I concentrated on my classes, and in due time, I was beginning a new person independent of my brother. 4 years went by, another 4 years of education, 2 years of working. Before I knew it, a decade had gone by. I had forgotten what it felt like to be a parent to an older sibling. I had forgotten what it felt like to be my brother's keeper. My parents are getting older, and they're retired, and they want to go back to the village. I, on the other hand, I met a wonderful man, and we got married, and we have a child on the way. What happens to Marcus? Should he go with my parents to the village where he doesn't have an idea, where he has never been? Or should I bring him and stay with me, with my new family? But for how long? Forever? How long am I going to keep fighting his battles? How long am I going to keep defending him? If I do that, I would not have any energy for my husband, for my children. I know I'm being selfish, but I also have my life to live. I just want to live in peace.